Hello again, Mr. Moon.
Oh, first, please allow me to apologize if I seemed a bit, unsteady when we last met. I'm afraid I had a rather disconcerting encounter. Although I hear your visit to Hogwarts...
I suppose you could call it eventful. I certainly wasn't expecting a troll attack.
Oh, of course not. And from what I understand, the village... In fact, my recent visit to Hogwarts... Do you see that curious statue over there? Watch what happens when that light changes. Now, if you wouldn't mind humouring me for a moment, see if you can remove the moon from the statue. Oh, odd little contraptions, aren't they? It seems the statue vanishes once the moon is removed, which, incidentally, can only be done at night. Why don't you hold on to that one for now, and I'll explain more as we walk. Ever since that fateful day in the village, those curious statues have begun appearing about the castle. A fair number have been strewn around Hogsmeade. Someone, it seems, is trying to torment me. You see, that day in Hogsmeade, I turned a corner and came face to face with a boggart, or shapeshifter, if you will, which takes the form of whatever scares you most. This one took the form of a demiguise.
A demiguise?
Yes! Terrifying creature that can see the future. Wholly unnerving. I encountered one when I was a lad in Korea. Terrible experience. Those statues are demiguises. The moons, I assume, are an uninspired play on my name. Some jackanapes used a boggart to learn my greatest fear and use it against me. I have my suspicion as to the scoundrel or scoundrels responsible. It is my hope that they will slip up and reveal themselves as the statues disappear. That is why I need your help in removing the statues.
Why me?
A couple of reasons. Second, as macabre. You, however, I'm at my wit's end, young friend. In fact, I know of two statues, right? Perhaps you could start simply by...
I'd be glad to help you.
Oh, I knew I could count. First, you know how to cast a disillusionment charm, correct? You'll want to do that before wandering the tower. Next, you'll notice that the door is locked. Now,
But what about
curfew? And I took advantage of it. Now, you'll find one.
Hello, Hamora. Well done! You're in. Remember, you...
It's illusion and charm, so no one claps eyes on you. This is a restricted area of the castle, after all.
Hello, Homora.
Revelio.
Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
How are your students getting along this year?
Oh, poorly, I'd say.
Is that so?
We're raising a generation of coddled flappers that can scarcely...
This must be the prefect's bathroom. Leviosa. Revelio. Revelio. Hello, Homora. Aloha Mora. Revelio.
Preparing for a rebellion. Rude. Always mucking about, stirring up trouble. Perhaps Ranrock and Hyssop wouldn't be so combative if the Ministry would allow them to have wands. One of those goblins comes from me. I'll handle it. Or helm, I suppose. Anyway, I'm not afraid of a goblin rebellion. She's right.
Aloha Mora.
Why don't you leave
Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
It's a majestic sport. Encompasses the whole of the human condition.
Oh, how's that?
Match, if there ever is one.
I suppose you should.
Revelio. Aloha Mora. Revelio. Hello, Mr. Moon. I have the moons you asked me to collect.
Oh, goodness! You're as fearless as I'd hoped. An excellent start. If we can collect more, it may shed some light on who's behind all this. Of course, I first suspected Peeves. He drove the previous caretaker, Rancorous Carp, to an early retirement with his intolerable buffoonery. But that does not explain the boggart in Hogsmeade, does it? No.
It's def...
Oh, and I knew you were the one to ask for help. Keep at it so we can solve this mystery.
Revelio.
Revelio. Revelio.
Welcome, everyone. I see you've already met some of the many beasts we study in this class. Though be advised, none of these creatures should be taken lightly. They are all in their own way dangerous, especially if one does not know how to handle them properly. Now, it seems many of you are out of practice. Let's take some time to review the basics of how to care for a beast, shall we? Miss Sweeting, would you please assist our new student with the lesson today?
Yes, Professor Howen. Hello, I'm Poppy Sweeting. Don't worry about Professor Howen's speech. She over-exaggerates sometimes. All the beasts in class are perfectly safe. Oh!
Miss Sweeting, pay attention, please. The tongue of a puffskein can be a slippery devil.
Yes, Professor. Here, you can practice on Gerald. Just keep an eye out for his tongue. You can use my brush. Just be gentle. Oh, and think pleasant thoughts. I like to think it enriches his experience. That's lovely. I'm sure he feels much better. I think he might be hungry. Would you mind giving him some beast feed? What do you suppose the pellets taste like to Gerald? Pudding, I like to think. I think we can safely say that Gerald likes you.
That's good news. He seems very nice.
He is. Kindness is one of his best qualities, right after ambition and cleanliness.
Good work, everyone. Now, let's make our way to the pens and select another beast. And please, do be careful as you feed and groom them. Miss Sweeting, why don't you show our new student to the Kneazles in the farthest pen?
This way. The Kneazles are over here.
Oh, couple of Kneazle whiskers ought to get me a few canuts at least. Enough to buy something from Honeydew.
Those two don't belong anywhere near this class. Poachers in training. Persephone was onto them instantly. Thank you for your help. Let's carry on. Feed and brush the Kneazles just as you did with Gerald.
Hello, Professor.
I did.
Surely the poachers can be...
Meanwhile, I also...
I need to talk to you. Come here.
Do you need something, Pop?
Thank you again for saying something to those brutes so that you were an augury at noon in the desert.
I certainly hope that's a good thing.
It's something my gran and I say. It means that at least that's what
I couldn't stand there and watch them harm the poor thing.
we're of a similar mind. Actually, in like...
You've intrigued me.
I wouldn't take just anyone there. In fact, you're the first.
Really? Well, thank you, I think.
As I said, we think alike. Pleasant surprise. Quite the weather we're having, don't you think?
Poppy, where are you taking us?
It really is much better if I just show you. Don't worry, we're nearly there. It's just ahead. Stand back. Please meet Highwing. Isn't she just magnificent? Go on, introduce yourself to her. But be careful. You must always show hippogriffs the proper courtesy before you approach them. it. I don't think I've ever seen a hippogriff take to someone this quickly. You can feed and brush her if you'd like. I come and check on her every once in a while. Bring her pasties, tell her what's going on in the castle. You wouldn't know from looking at her, but she's a dreadful busybody. So, what did you think of Highwing?
I thought she was brilliant. Can't believe you introduced me to her.
I suspected you two might get along.
Are you the reason students have been seeing hippogriffs flying above the Forbidden Forest?
Perhaps. Did you know that once you earn a hippogriff... I've seen it for...
How exactly did...
It's a longer story. You may have noticed that...
Professor Howin mentioned the poachers as well.
I don't often agree with Professor Howin. The poachers' influence is growing. They're up to something. I'm just...
That does...
I should be going, but...
Revelio.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Revelio.
Aloha, Mora.
Revelio.
Hello there. Nice to see you.
Hello, Miss Ryan. I wanted to thank you again for your help with Rookwood and Harlow the day of the troll attack.
Serona, please. And I was happy to help. Oh, those two are nothing but trouble. Glad you and your friend were here when they found you.
I am too. You were speaking to a goblin here that day.
Yes, Lodgok. He's a friend.
It seems as though you were on good terms with him.
I've known him for years. He was cordial enough, but we weren't friends then. His mistrust of wizard kind ran deep.
But you're friends now?
We are. Hadn't seen him in years when he came in a few months ago. But he recognized me instantly. Not all goblins are like Ranrock and his loyalists. Lodgok is as worried as the rest of us about what's been going on.
In that case, I'd like to talk with him, about Ranrock in particular. Where might I find him?
I assume your interest is to do with the rumors I've heard about Ranrock working with our friend Rook.
It is.
If he's not here, you might find him doing business at the You should mention that we spoke. He can, understandably, be wary of witches and wizards, even ones as young as you.
Thank you, Sirona.
If you find Lodgok, I don't know what you've done to make such powerful enemies, but please, watch your back.
Hello! You too, Amit.
Revelio.
Welcome to the Og's Head. Any empty seat is yours.
You look familiar.
Hello, Lodgok.
She did she? Did she send you with news?
No, actually, I wanted to speak with you. It's about Ranrock.
Now I remember. The 3 broomsticks. Day of the troll attack. You're the student he's after.
I am, and I need to know what he and his loyalists are up to so I can stay a step ahead.
Let's say I did know. Why should I trust you?
Sirona trusts me, and she thought our interests may be aligned.
Well, if Sirona trusts you, very well. I may know of something that could help us both. A way to get Ranrock to confide his plans to me.
I'm listening.
Years ago, a heinous witch stole a sacred goblin relic. Rumor has it that it now rests in her sarcophagus, in a tomb accessible only by wizard kind. Ranrock and I had a falling out a while back. The relic could well repair the chasm between us.
Very well. I'll retrieve the relic if you promise to share Ranrock's plans with me.
We will have to trust each other. I, that you will not abscond with the relic, and you, that I'll share what I learn. Gather whatever supplies you may need, and meet me near the witch's tomb.
I'm ready.
Good. There's no time to lose.
But what precisely is the relic I'm to retrieve?
A valuable heirloom known as the Helmet of Urtgott. The witch considered herself a collector and purchased the helmet as a trinket. She cared not what pain she caused the goblins. Goblins believe that the rightful owner of any object is its maker, not its purchase.
Wizard kind see things differently. It's a wonder goblins and wizards have ever been able to work together.
The differences between our kinds are myriad.
They seem to be.
It may surprise you to know that I do not believe those differences always to be insurmountable. It is the reason I find myself traveling with you to this tomb today. Ah, and there it is. The witch's tomb.
Dreadful looking place, isn't it?
I wish you luck retrieving the helmet. As a what? Now before...
It all seems clear to me.
I do hope our I will remain here, eagerly awaiting...
Revelio.
It's sealed.
Wingardium Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa.
Lumos. Moths. Curious.
Revelio. Lumos.
Merlin's beard.
Revelio.
This can't be the witch's tomb. Likely I need to go further.
Depulso. Lumos.
I have a feeling I'm not alone here.
Confringo. Leviosa. Accio.
They're suddenly persistent.
Confringo. Lumos. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Revelio. Protego. Revelio. Lumos.
If I could power it somehow, it looks like it could be rotated.
Accio. Depulso. Revelio. Lumos. Depulso. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Depulso. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
What's that hanging there? Looks precarious.
Depulso!
Down I go. No other way.
Revelio! Arresto Momentum! Wingardium Leviosa! Confringo! Oh. Oh! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Protego! Stupefy! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Confringo! Leviosa! Accio! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Protego! Lumos! Revelio. Depulso.
This looks even more complex.
Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Depulso. Arresto Momentum. Depulso. Descendo. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
Making this spin ought to raise that platform. That must be it.
Arresto Momentum. Depulso. Lumos.
Lumos. Lumos. The witch's final resting place. Lodgok said the helmet was in a dead ashwind. Better show this to Lodgok. There must be some sort of mechanism for this doorway. Lodgok, the sarcophagus had been raided. I found no helmet, only a dead ashwinder.
Damn! They got here first. We need to get it before Rookwood uses it to further ingratiate himself to Ranrock. I saw one of their campsites not far from here, but I fear you must go in alone. My fighting days are behind me.
I'll head there now.
Good. There's no time to lose. Get to that helmet before Rookwood does, or we will lose our chance at any leverage, no matter how small, with Ranrock. To think those wretched thieves have their hands on such a relic.
Ugh.